Hey everyone. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me. I'm just to check my Facebook page just to see if I'm on. Should be, I think. Yep, I'm on. I had to look. All right. I might go ahead and take off my glasses because the glare from the light, from my ring light. All right. We about to get started, y'all. I'm sorry. My mouth is super dry today. Don't know why, but it is. All right. I am going to We're going to do Q and A's. I'm super excited about that. Um, I want to share my screen, y'all. Just give me a moment here. I'm gonna share my screen. Share my screen. Um, I might do it like this. All right, I think. All right, let me see. I'm trying to share my screen with y'all. I was trying to switch my viewing up a little bit here. Share my screen. All right, I'll go ahead and do PowerPoint. Hopefully y'all can see that. Okay. I'm gonna check in a few minutes to see if y'all seeing that okay. All right. And y'all are. All right. Cool beans, cool beans. I had to check. I had to check. I had to check. All right, let's get into it. So we are I started a thing and I called it a thing because I was thinking about what can I do because I'm all about engagement, and it's not really just about engagement, but it's also about how I can help my community. Um, I was thinking of ways, and I really was trying to be very intentional with what I'm trying to create here. All right, because my goal is to create a huge community where I am actually providing value to my community. Like, I want to be able to educate y'all about skincare because I'm passionate about skincare. I'm passionate about teaching on that, and I'm also passionate about helping people that deal with sensitive skin. Reason why I'm so passionate about that is because when it comes to sensitive skin, there are hardly any. If I'm gonna be honest, there are hardly any products out there that are helpful for the sensitive skin community. I mean, and every time I'm literally talking to people that have sensitive skin, that is like their first thing that they say that they're any product they apply to their skin, they get irritated so badly, and it's to the point where it makes them scared, fearful of trying any products after, and which is understandable, but they are very fearful of that. And so I want to help. And I was thinking, like, how can I help, how can I be a use to people specifically, that's dealing with sensitive skin. And it's because, I mean, to be honest, I have family that has sensitive skin. All right. Also, my mom, she has to be careful of what soap she uses. My sister the same way. Also, um, even I have to be careful too, when, especially. So in some aspects, I my skin does get irritated as well on some levels. All right. So on some levels I have to be careful because there are products that have. I had a bad reaction to it. Okay, so I can definitely relate. So I'm not just someone that just saying I want to help sensitive skin people, and it's not uh something that I'm not like. It's what I'm trying to say is it is personal for me, as well as I want to be helpful, but it's also experience that I've had gone through as well. All right. So I'm coming in a place of love, but also I'm coming in a place of of being there. Like I've also experienced it. I've also had to endure applying products and then had a negative outcome from the product. All right, so I'm with you guys. I'm really am. And so with all that being said, I just want to help as many people and touch many lives as possible, and do it at a place of love, not at a place of trying to get something out of it. All right, I really am just want to really help as many people as possible. All right. So with all that being said, let's get into Q&A. I'm so excited because this is my first Q&A, but I was able to get some people to answer some questions. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So let's get into it. All right. So so what I'm gonna be doing, so y'all know, Q&As is always gonna more than likely be like this. All right. I'm going because I was trying to think if should I just read off of like print off all the questions. Then I was like, I don't know if I want to do it that way. And so I think the best way for me is to just do a PowerPoint slide and just put everybody's questions on a PowerPoint slide, and then I'll even put my answers there. It helps me out because I'm a visual, and I know a lot of people say that they're visuals as well, and I that's just kind of how I roll. All right, so hints to that, or say hints to that. So that's the reason behind that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on answering well, actually, let me read the first question and then I'll answer that question. Okay, so the first question, all right, is hey Keke, how do I know my skin type? And this is coming from Tasha from Detroit. All right. And so, Tasha, I got your back. All right. So, my answer for that is after cleansing, wait 30 minutes. If you feel if you feel your skin is tight, it's dry. If it's shiny all over, it's oily. And of course, um, if it's your T zone only, like if you just shiny on your T zone, then you're more than likely your combination, and that's your girl right here. I'm that girl. I'm the girl because I'm always shiny in the forehead area and over here, kind of like on the bridge of my nose. So sometimes my nose is shiny too. So in these areas are my shiny areas. All right. Sometimes up in here, but not so much. But however, I'm combination. All right. So I have a shiny forehead, always shiny nose, always. And so that's me. All right. And so if you experience just shininess in that area, but everything else is more than likely dry, you more than likely you are a combination. But if you just deal with dryness, like you always constant complaining about being dry all the time, then you're dry. All right. So that is the best way I can answer your question as far as how do you know your skin type. And I'm pretty much sure that I don't want no. Okay, let me lay this out too, really, really fast. I don't want anyone to feel like your question is a dumb question because I don't do that here. Not not in my little world. All right, in my little world, in my community here, we don't do that here. All right. So no question is dumb. All right. Feel free to answer, or I said, feel free to answer. Feel free to ask any question that you may have. All right. Relating to skin, of course. Relating to, skin health, skincare. Right. Just ask. Feel free to ask. All right. But no question is a dumb question. All right. And so, believe it or not, that was a question that even myself had at one point, like before I became a beauty therapist. That was a question that I even had, like, how would you know your skin type? Like, how would you know that? And for for a very long time, when people would ask me that question, I would just say dry. Reason why? Because my hands, my arm, my usually like lower part of my legs and my feet gets dry. Like it really does. It gets dry. And I just took that as that means I'm dry. Like it means I'm a dry person, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, especially if you are experiencing shininess and oiliness in other areas of your body. I mean, in other parts of your body, you're experiencing dryness, then you are a combination. That means you're dealing with both aspects of things. But if you are just straight out dry, then you're dry. If you're straight out oily, like if you were super oily everywhere on your body, then you're an oily person. You are a oily person. All right. So hopefully that helps. Um, Also, another thing I want, and I have it in the slide, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Um, Sensitive. A lot of people also want to, just address their stuff as sensitive, and so which really means that your skin, gets irritated, it gets red. You're dealing with redness, you're dealing with irritation, you're dealing with I don't know what else I want to say to that, but yeah. So and when it comes to skincare, sometimes a lot of things can be really confusing for someone, especially if you are not familiar with skincare, not familiar with like what type of products that you should be buying and getting. All right. So all of that is truly important because you do need to be aware of what type of products you need to get, especially if you are sensitive and you are categorizing yourself as a sensitive person, then you definitely don't want to be getting products that has fragrance in it because that's going to irritate your skin, y'all. That's going to irritate it. All right. It's going to aggravate your skin. Your skin is going to be like, oh, it's going to make it mad. All right. And so do not do that to your skin. Always look for products that literally says for sensitive skin or suitable for sensitive skin. If it does not say it, do not buy it. Do not get it. All right. And of course, don't be afraid to ask people. Like if you are talking, I don't know, to a dermatologist, or if you're talking to someone in the store, like if you're in the store, you're trying to buy a product, you independently trying to purchase a skincare product, and you ask someone that works in the store, don't be afraid to ask them. Like, don't be afraid to ask them, as far as, will this product, well, first of all, if it's someone in the store, just know that they probably more than likely are uh, not an expert or even licensed to probably give you the type of knowledge you need regarding what type of product you need. But the advice that I can possibly give you is really just read the box of the product before you buy it. Just literally search to see if it does say suitable for sensitive skin or it's for sensitive skin. If you don't see that, more than likely it's probably not, and so you should just go ahead and put it back down and find a product that does say it. All right, because there is products that literally say it. You just have to find it. All right, and also always look to make sure the product doesn't have like I said, fragrance, parabens. Those are like names that you really want to stay away from. Sulfate, stay away from those things. Okay, stay away from those names. Okay, those names are you don't know, like, no, 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 no. You don't want to put those, especially if those products has those type of ingredients in it. You do not want to get it. All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, second question. Do I really need a skincare routine every day? This is from Nicole in Atlanta, and I'm happy to answer these questions, y'all. I really, really am. So definitely do not hesitate. Give me the questions. Give me the questions. All right, I'm excited about doing this again. This is my first Q&A, and I'm excited, y'all. So okay, so let me answer this one. So cleansing, moisturizing, and protect your skin with SPF. Again, protect your skin with SPF. And if you like, what is SPF? It's sunscreen, y'all. It's literally sunscreen. You want to make sure that you apply sunscreen on your body. And this is for everyone, not just a um race here. It's really not. It's for everyone. Okay, everyone needs to apply sunscreen on. All right. It used to be a myth at one point. I used to hear, especially when I was younger, about how only if you're lighter, only they need sunscreen. If you're darker, you don't. That's not true. Okay, everybody, I cannot stress this enough. Everybody needs to be applying sunscreen on their body. All right. This is females, but also goes to the males, okay? Because males, you're not excluded here. All right. You need to be doing exactly the same thing. All right. I just want to stress that because a lot of times when it comes to the skincare, a lot of men feels like, oh, that's a woman thing. That's a woman thing. Like that's for women. No, men's. You need to be applying skin. You need to implement a skincare routine as well. You need to be using a cleanser, a moisturizer, and then definitely also protecting your skin with SPF. All right, sunscreen. You do. All right. So I'm 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 learning because at first when I very first started, I'm gonna be very very transparent here, y'all. When I very first um, got started, becoming a beauty consultant and everything, my thoughts were skincare products was only for women. Like it was geared towards women, it was for women. That was my mindset. I'm not gonna lie to you. But with all the knowledge and all the education that I've had and have and still having still going through, yeah, I learned so much about how men need to implement a skincare routine as well. Like y'all do. So I shifted gears a lot, and I'm learning how to include men and to start trying to speak to men as well to women as well. All right, I'm learning to do it. Took me time, but I'm learning how to do that because I want to help everyone. All right, um, I want to help everyone. All right. So sorry, Nicole. I'm gonna answer this question. All right. So again, just cleansing, moisturize, and protect with a SPF is very important. That is the best advice I can really give you. But also, I do want to uh, add like a power trio. All right, and it's just really just tell you that if you want to do a serum or a toner, you can. If you are targeting a specific issue, then I'm going to recommend that you add a serum or a toner to your skincare routine. All right, and that's important. All right, again, but that's if you are trying to target a specific issue. All right. It's important. Now, this is, like I said, this is the simple steps for someone that is just not so familiar with skincare products at all. And you just want to just get started because, again, if someone just throwing all kinds of names at you, more than likely you're going to start feeling overwhelmed. You're going to feel like, this is out my comfort zone. So since it's out my comfort zone, I'm just not going to even bother with it. And I want to try to encourage you not to do that, to get started. All right, and so this is my way of helping people to get started. And again, I always give advice to people, and I tell people, if you get really irritated when people start just naming some things here, I'm just going to tell you, just start with the cleanser first. Start with the cleanser and then gradually start adding things. But I say these three products is the best way to get started on a routine. Okay, that would be the perfect skincare routine that you can incorporate. It's just getting you a cleanser, getting you a moisturizer, and getting you a sunscreen. All right, that has SPF, of course. SPF, right? That's the best advice I can really give. But like I said, if you want to add, like I said, if you want to add some more things to your skincare routine, then of course you can do a serum or a toner. In my case, I do both, right? I use a toner and I also use serum, all right? So yeah, so just want to say that. All right, moving on. Next question. So, what are the top three things I need in my routine? This is from Maya from Philly. All right, girl, I got you. So, yes, Crane, a daily routine keeps your skin healthy and glowing. So think of it as a self care and protection in one. So skipping it is like forgetting to brush your teeth. And that's really the truth. It really is. It's the more that you get consistent with implementing a routine, then you're going to feel more relaxed. It's going to be something that you're not even really thinking of. You're just going to find yourself doing it without even thinking about it. All right, because you incorporated it and now you're just doing it. All right, and that's how it is for me now. It's not. It's not of like, oh, I gotta do this. It's not like that for me no more. It used to be like that. It used to be like where I was like, oh my goodness, I have to go ahead and do this because it's important. It's becoming more of a pleasure versus a dread, right? If that makes sense. Because I'm seeing results from it, good results, not negative results, but positive results from it. My skin looks way different from how it used to look, and how I know that is by looking at past pictures of myself, y'all. So I see a huge difference in my skin. Okay. And so I can't really stress enough to teach people about how it is important to start a skincare routine and start applying, products on your skin. I mean, don't be afraid to do that. All right. There are products for every one skin type. All right. It really is. You just got to learn how to, educate yourself for one on it, and then the next thing is to don't be afraid to ask questions about a product. Like if there's something that you're not aware of or something that you don't know about a product, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Matter of fact, don't be afraid to do your research on it. All right, don't just don't. That's like my advice. Just really don't. All right, but whatever you do, don't think that you can just not use a don't think that you should not implement a skincare routine. All right, don't think that way. You need to get in the habit of doing it every day, morning and night, morning and night, morning and night. Now, only thing I can really that's something else that I didn't mention, especially in my that previous question, the advice I gave about using a cleanser, a moisturizer, and SPF, that is going to be your morning routine, but your night routine, you do not need the SPF. I should have specified that, and I really didn't. I just thought about that now. So that was for, I think that was Nicole. Let me see. Let me go back. I'll go back here. All right. Yeah, that was for Nicole. Apologize, Nicole. I just really want to make sure I'm giving you correct information. But yeah, so in the morning time, cleanser, moisturizer, and then of course you can use it protect with the SPF in the morning time. Okay, that would be like your morning routine, but your nightly routine really just is going to be the cleanser, the moisturizer. That's probably going to be your nightly routine. Again, if you're adding toner or serum, you can use those at night as well. All right, so I just want to specify that, and because I think that's important. All right. I want to give accurate information here. Okay. And then for Maya, yeah, that's it, Maya. I mean, just a daily routine keeps your skin healthy and glowing. So yeah, just don't be afraid to incorporate it. Just start and do it. And you're going to love that you did it. You're going to be thanking yourself. The best thing I can say is you're going to thank your future self. You're going to thank your future self for doing it. Right. Right. So now the next question here. How long does it take to see real results? Keke. All right. So this is from Jasmine from New Orleans. All right. So this is from Jasmine. So Jasmine, I got you, girl. So it is a great question, and usually 4 to 6 weeks. Your skin cells need time to renew, stay consistent, and trust the process. That glow is gonna come. Right? That's the best way I can tell you. That glow is gonna come. You're gonna start seeing your skin glowing. It's going to just it's just gonna happen. All right. You're gonna and not only that, people are gonna actually probably start complimenting you and saying that you got good skin or your skin looks good. And like compliments like that. I have gotten compliments myself, even from my eye doctor. She even said that your eyes, not eyes, I'm saying eyes because I said eye doctor, but she said that, and this was like a year ago, I believe. She said that my skin looked good, or I had real good skin. No, she said I had real good skin, and I told her thank you, and so you're gonna start getting compliments. I promise you, you will. So don't feel um, I don't know what's the word I want to say here. So don't feel discouraged if you are using products and you're just not seeing results, because it's easy to get in that space, or to feel that way, to feel like well, this product is not working fast enough, and so since it's not working fast enough, I'm just not I'm just gonna stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. And the other thing that I really want to say is I really help more ways than one. Not only am I educating, not only do I give advice and recommendations, but I also help as far as, guiding you on what would be the right products to start with and to start using. All right. I do that. All right. And the products, y'all, that I use are the best products that money can buy. I promise you it is. And it's affordable. I mean, it really is. It's affordable, and it's the best products that um you're going to be happy. The product itself speaks for itself. Like the way it feels, way your skin feels afterwards, y'all. I can't stress this enough. That's why I tell people um, why I talk highly about the products that I use. Why I talk about it highly. I talk about it highly because the products, once you use it, it speaks for itself. Once you use it, it speaks for itself. It really does. It really does. All right, so yeah, Jasmine, just usually it takes about 4 to 6 weeks before you see results, and it's just because your skin cells need time to renew, and then it also, it's about that consistency, just staying consistent, and again, like I said, just trusting that process. Right, so moving on now, just um hopefully that answer helps. Okay, next question here. So, can I mix Mary Kay with other brands? This is from Trina in Houston. Oh my goodness, Trina, I'm glad you asked that question. I really am glad you asked that question. So, here it goes. Here's my answer. You can, but be careful. I'm going to always say be careful. Mixing brands can lead to ingredient clashes. So, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna really highly recommend that you don't mix brands. That's the answer I have for you. I don't recommend that you do it. That's why I said be careful. If you can, but you need to be very careful if you do it. But if you're gonna ask for my opinion and my recommendation, I'm gonna really tell you mixing brands can lead to ingredient clashes, and it's just the truth. And that's just it with any product. I don't know. I can't think of another brand at the moment, but if you bought something from the store, I'm going to tell you, if you've been using it for a very long time, it's going to be the same advice. I don't recommend that you mix it with something else. All right, because that is how you can start um, start seeing like negative results with your skin, because again, you don't know, like, ingredient clashes. Sometimes just mixing one ingredient with another ingredient can cause your skin to get irritated because that ingredient wasn't really meant to be mixed with the other ingredient, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind. And uh, that is also something that a lot of people need to be aware of. If I'm gonna be really honest about it, sometimes we cause our own irritations by, just mixing something that we wasn't supposed to and we didn't know it, and we cause our own irritations at times. Sometimes it's not really the product itself, it's just the way how we went about it, like how we applied it. Like if we applied it wrong, we did something we wasn't supposed to do, if that makes sense, right? So yeah, so Mary Kay made to work together. So Mary Kay is made to work together, and so are Keke Beauty Care cosmetic products. All right, so stick to a system for best results. So that's the best advice I can give you is if you're going to use Mary Kay products, make sure you use specifically Mary Kay products. Don't try to mix different brands together. Again, my cosmetic brand that I just launched it, and I'm very happy about it. All right. I have body washes and I have my hair and body oil, and I'm about to launch my hair growth oil, which I'm very, very proud of. And so, yeah, so if you want to incorporate those, you can. But however, I'm if I'm gonna be really honest, I always discourage people to not mix brands together. Like don't like buy one thing. I'm going to get my cleanser from this place, but I'm going to get my toner from this place, and I'm going to go get my sunscreen from this brand. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. If you're going to stick to a brand, stick to that brand all the way. Like get the whole 9 yards with that particular brand, especially if you like it. All right. Why get other things from other places if you specifically like that particular brand? I'm just saying. All right, moving on. Next question. So, what if something breaks me out? And this is from Erica from Brooklyn. All right, Erica, I'm glad you asked that question. So, stop using it right away. So, you don't want to continue using something that is breaking you out. You want to immediately stop, like immediately stop. Don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, don't say, oh, I kind of really like it though. Just stop it. Just stop it altogether. Do not use it. No matter how much you think you like that product, you need to immediately stop using it. Using something gentle, and I did give my little tidbit recommendation here. Using something gentle like the Keke Silk Calm Body Wash if irritation continues, but talk to me or to your dermatologist. I mean, that's the best advice I can give. So, like, if you're using a product and it did break you out, for one, you want to stop using it right away, but also, um, depending on what type of irritation it caused. Let's say, for example, if it caused redness, you definitely want to wash that product immediately. Okay, and you want to wash it thoroughly. You don't want to just put some, hurry up and wipe it off with water and thinking that's going to take care of you. You need to make sure you use soap and water, um, soap that is, not going to irritate you. Or like I said, I have my body wash there, which is for people with sensitive skin. You want to wash it off immediately, and then of course you want to proceed with contacting your dermatologist because first of all they're certified, right? They're licensed. Contact them if you have a dermatologist, but if you don't have one, because everybody don't have a dermatologist, everybody just don't. All right, if you don't, then I am here for you. All right, and I'm happy to help in any way I can. Any advice I can give, I'm here. All right. So, but yeah, just immediately stop using the product, and then of course, um, I don't know, don't just immediately stop and don't continue using the product. That's the best advice I can give. All right, moving on. Hopefully that helped. All right. Okay. Next question here. What do I need for anti-aging? And this is from Michelle in Chicago. I'm glad you asked, but before I answer that question, I'm checking because I didn't look at my comments. Um, let's see. So far, I don't see any comments. All right. I think we're still good. All right. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question. So, Michelle, I might have to read the question again. So, what do I need for anti-aging? Michelle, okay, in Chicago. So, time-wise, all the way. All right, that's really, I absolutely love time-wise. I really, really do. Um, I say time-wise all the way. Pair it with a vitamin C booster, eye cream, and SPF, and that combo helps firm, smooth, and it brightens your skin. So you will see results with me just giving you that recommendation right there. That's what I highly recommend. Just start on time wise. That can either be uh that's the repair, by the way, because we have a repair and then we have a 3D. All right, and the 3D is very, very good, and I do recommend that one for people that is just starting, and people that have either normal to dry skin, and people that say that they are oily to combination. I usually and again, if they're just starting, I go ahead and say it's okay to go ahead and do the time wise 3D. But however, if you're trying to target, like trying to um, remove wrinkles or fine lines and things like that, then your best friend is going to be the time wise repair. All right, and I just say all the way with that. Pair it with the vitamin C booster, the eye cream, because you're going to need the eye cream, and again, sunscreen, SPF. That combo, you're going to see results. All right, you're going to see results, and you're going to be very, very pleased. All right. So that's that. All right. So moving on. Hope that helps. Next question is Keke. I struggle with acne. What should I do? This is coming from Latrice from Miami. Girl, I got you. I got you. I got you because I'm acne prone. This is your girl right here. I'm combination, but also I deal with acne. Oh my goodness. Girl, 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 girl. I deal with acne. So I got you. So cleanser plus clear proof acne gel is going to be your BFF. Okay. Also, an oil free moisturizer is going to also be your friend. Equal it with a simple, effective routine. So just implementing that, make that be your routine. All right. And avoid scrubbing too hard and stay consistent. I can't say that. I can't stress that enough, y'all. Being consistent is the key. All right. And I know I have consistency issues too, a lot. I really, really do. And so, but incorporating and creating that habit is what is you're gonna see results. You're gonna see a big, huge difference. But that is really the best advice I can really give you is to start using getting that cleanser plus the clear proof. Um, that which is the acne gel, and then oil-free moisturizer, and then a simple, effective routine. Right? All right, moving on. So, next question. What fades, dark marks, or, okay, so let me reread that. So, what fades, dark marks, or spots? This is from Dana, from Charlotte. Okay, so try vitamin C or not. Oh my goodness, niacinamide. I have a hard problem pronunciation, y'all. Niacinamide. So try vitamin C or niacinamide. Um, Mary Kay Clinical Solutions boosters work wonders. All right, so use those. All right, and I don't have it in front of me. Oh my goodness, I did have it in front of me. I wanted to show you the one of the clinical solutions, but yeah. So just using that, you're going to see it does work, and it's going to help. Also, my natural brightening kits can help. So if you want to know what that is, I'd be happy to help you with that. All right. So yeah, just you'll see results with the dark spots starting to fade, and the marks starting to fade once you start incorporating the Mary Kay Clinical Solution boosters. All right. Again, vitamin C or niacinamide also, implementing that is going to help. All right. Moving on. All right, so that was my last question right there. I didn't even realize it because I really didn't count how many questions I had, y'all. All right, so Kiki's expert tips. So I want to give y'all some tips, and here it goes. Always remove your makeup before bed, girl. So always, always, always. I can't stress that enough. This is coming from a girl that used to sleep with her makeup on when I used makeup. All right. So yes, so definitely you want to make sure you take the time to remove the makeup before you go to bed. All right. Also hydrate inside and out. So you want to drink water. Again, that's a struggle for me too, but drink water and use moisturizers. All right. That is going to be helpful as far as hydrating your skin inside and out. Okay. Exfoliate gently. So be gentle when you're exfoliating. And please, y'all, oh my goodness. I cringe when people say they exfoliate like 3, 4, 5 times a week. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I cringe. Reason why? Because that's you don't do that. That's like a no. If you've ever heard, like, if me when you were like a little girl, like, or when you were a baby or a child, just put yourself in that in that space or in that moment. Your mama said that's a no, right? I'm telling you now, that's a no. You don't do that. You don't exfoliate 3, 4, 5 times a week. All right. I'm gonna say that's too much. All right. So just be very gentle. My recommendation is once or twice a week. All right. 2 times max, once minimum a week. That's my recommendation. All right. But exfoliating is good. Just don't do it so often. That's how you cause irritations in the first place. All right. So don't do it so often, but it's okay to do it because it is helpful. Just don't do it as often as you think you may have to do it. All right. And be gentle. So your skin isn't a dirty dish. That's how I can kind of phrase that. It's not a dirty dish. So be gentle. Okay. So patch test, patch test, patch test, patch test. I can't stress that enough either, y'all. Please, please start implementing and start doing a skin patch test. All right. You're going to thank yourself for this. All right. Especially if you don't know nothing about the product and if you want to apply the product, but you have no idea about the product. You have no knowledge about it. You don't know anything about it. You don't know how your skin is going to react to the product. Do a test. All right. You're going to thank yourself for it. Especially my sensitive skin people. All right. You need to be doing a patch test. All right. But all in all, we all should be doing it. Okay. We all should incorporate it. We all should do it, especially if we don't know nothing about the product. We all should do it. But if you are a person that have sensitive skin, then it is a must that you do it for sure. Right. You can't stress that enough. Right. And so the places that you want to do it in are really just like your forearm, behind the ear. You can do it on your wrist. Those are the places I usually recommend that you do your patch test on, right? And you just let the product sit. You can let the product sit for 15, 30 minutes, an hour if you have that type of time, especially if you're doing it independently on yourself. I always say like 30 minutes to an hour. Just let the product sit, all right? And see how your skin reacts to it. Now if you immediately experience burning, remove the product immediately. If you immediately experiencing or not, it doesn't have to be immediately, but if you start during the time that you have it on, like if you start seeing or start experiencing really like you itching, like you're starting to be itchy and you start to find yourself where you got a scratch, that's a sign of being allergic to the product. You want to remove the product immediately. But I said burning, itching, redness, bumps, all of that. You want to remove the product immediately. Simple, point blank, simple. All right. You want to remove the product. All right. So yeah, do the patch test, new products, because you want to, again, like I said, avoid those surprises. You don't want to put yourself through that heartache, headache. Just start doing that. All right. So the glow comes from consistency, not magic. I gotta stress that enough, y'all, because a lot of y'all say, "Oh, you got good skin, though." That's the reason why your skin products work for you, because you got good skin. Doesn't work like that, y'all. So stop saying that. It doesn't work like that. All right. You, you when you incorporate a skincare routine, in order for the products to work, you have to be consistent at using the product. All right. And by being consistent, that's where the rewards come at. That's where you start seeing results from your products that you're applying or using. All right. All right. So yeah. So just being consistent is really the key. All right. When it comes to using skincare products. All right. Just being consistent, being consistent. All right. If you can do that, you'll be okay. All right. All right. So if you want more personalized advice, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I'm your girl. All right. So drop your questions in the comments. So yes, you can drop your questions in the comments here on this live. Or if you catch the replay, then say hashtag replay, but also incorporate your questions if you catch the replay. All right. Also, you can send me a message. So yes, you can inbox me, all right, message me, all right. I'd be happy to answer any questions or concerns you may have if you do that, all right, if you message me. I am here to help you and build your perfect skincare routine. So I am here to help, all right. So also another thing, another advice or another personalization advice I can give you is you can go over to my personal website, and it's right here, LakeishaSimmons.com, and click the Q&A, fill form, all right, fill out the form, okay, because there's a form there, and I will get notified when someone fills out that form, and I will answer questions over at the Keke Beauty Care Expert Facebook page, and also I will do my Q&As over on my podcast, which I am planning on doing also. So definitely, if you're not listening to my podcast, definitely go over there and send some love over there. start following me over there. All right, I'm over on Spotify. I'm over on Apple. I'm over on Audible. Basically, I'm on all podcast platforms that you listen to your podcast on. All right, so check me out on those over there on those platforms. All right. So that is really it. I think that's it. That's the end. I do want to show you my website though. In order for me to do that, I'm going to have to stop screen share. Stop sharing. And give me a minute, y'all. All right. I stopped sharing, but by me stop sharing, I couldn't see anything. All right. I can see everything now. All right, so I'm going to do another screen share, and I'm just really going to show you my website because I like to walk you through. Okay, hopefully you see what I see. All right, this is my website. All right, and so this is the website I was telling you to go on, which is the LakeishaSimmons.com. And of course, my tab is already here, but if you like go on the website, it's gonna be like this. All right, so it's gonna really be on the home section. And when it's on the home section, all you really literally gotta do is just click here, which is Q&A. And Q&A is where you want to fill out in order to participate in the Q&As and be able to get your question answered. So all you got to do is put your first name, you put your email, you enter your city, your /town, and of course you can just ask the question here, which is, I have here, ask Keke, your skincare bestie. So just ask me whatever question you have, submit your question. I will get notification that someone filled the form out. I'll go over and look. When I look, all your information will be there. And then your information that is there, I will take that information and I will put it into my PowerPoint slide presentation that I will utilize and use on my next Q&A. That's kind of how that will work. And again, my goal is to do my Q&As over on my Keke Facebook page, over on my podcast, Keke's Talk podcast, and then of course my YouTube channel, which is the Beauty After 40 with Keke. You can also subscribe to that YouTube channel, and you can start looking for my Q&As being answered over there as well. And that's pretty much all the where you can you know where you can go to watch the Q&As. All right. So that's pretty much it. All right. All right. I think that's everything. That is literally everything. I just want to walk y'all through those steps so that way you kind of know, to just let you know it's not complicated or hard if you really want to participate in the Q&As and get your questions answered live. That is going to be the best way to do that. And I was talking about combination. Look at my face. It's shiny right now, y'all. All right. I'm ending on that note. Thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all for taking the time to support me and I appreciate it. I really do. All right. I'm ending on that note. Love y'all and thank y'all so much. And I will be back soon.